Thank you for joining me today at Community Kitchens at Home Edition. My name is Pauline and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making an easy weeknight chicken stir fry that can be served with rice or noodles. Now before we begin, let's take 20 to 30 seconds to wash our hands with soap and warm water.
For this recipe you will need, for the sauce, 3/4 cup of chicken broth, 4 orange juice, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 3 garlic cloves minced, 1½ teaspoons of minced ginger, salt and pepper to taste. For the stir fry you will need 2 boneless skinless chicken breasts cut into 3/4 inch cubes, 1 head of broccoli cut into florets, 2 carrots peeled and sliced, 2 bell peppers, 1 large yellow onion thinly sliced, 1/2 pound of snap peas, 1 small package of mushrooms, 3 to 4 green onions thinly sliced, salt and pepper to taste. Always start by putting a damp cloth underneath your cutting board. This will stop it from moving around while you're cutting anything up. Next, take your onions, peel off the papery skin, and 1 full layer of onion. The first layer of onion is usually tough when you cook it. Take your onions, cut them in half, and cut each half into thin wedges. Next, after your carrots have been cleaned and peeled if necessary, cut them into thin diagonal strips. Once cut, we're going to put the onions and carrots together in a bowl, as they will be going into the pot at the same time. Clean and dry your mushrooms and cut into quarters. Place in a bowl with the snap peas. Remove the stalk from the broccoli and cut the florets into bite-sized pieces. The stem can also be peeled and cut and put into the bowl as well. Now onto the peppers. You're going to use whatever color pepper you like. I find the easiest way to cut is to slice the sides off, almost like you're cutting the peel off an orange. Take all the white part off or the pith. It is bitter when you cook it. And then cut each piece into long strips. These strips can go into the bowl with the peas, the broccoli, and the mushrooms. To clean the green onions, cut the root end off and a little bit of the green just to get rid of the wilted area. Next, we're going to slice them into thin diagonal pieces that will be stirred into the stir fry, as well as some used for garnish. Cut your chicken breasts into strips, and when done, make sure to thoroughly wash your hands with warm soap and water for 20 to 30 seconds to avoid any contamination. To make the sauce for the stir fry, take your liquid, your sesame oil, your soy sauce, your minced ginger, minced garlic, brown sugar, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and mix together until fully combined. Instead of using stock, you can do what I did and use orange juice. You can also use water. Heat your wok over high heat. Add your oil and your chicken. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. Stir and cook until no longer pink. You're going to want to stir occasionally so that it doesn't burn to the bottom. Now that the chicken is cooked and no longer pink, we're going to place in a bowl and set aside for later. Once the chicken is removed, if there's not a lot of liquid in the bottom of the pan, you're going to want to add maybe up to 1/4 cup of water to help steam the vegetables. Next, add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Add in your carrots and onions, a little tiny bit of salt and pepper to taste. Stir and cover with a lid until the carrots and the onions are starting to get soft. Now that the onions and carrots have cooked for a few minutes, Take the lid off and give a good stir. If the carrots are starting to get soft, add in the rest of the vegetables. Season with a little tiny bit of salt and pepper. And stir to incorporate all the vegetables so that they all cook evenly. Re-add the lid and cook until soft. Once the vegetables have softened, we're going to add our chicken back into the wok and stir to combine. Next, push all the ingredients up against the sides of the wok to give us room to make our sauce. You're going to want to give your sauce one final whisk before stirring into the liquid in the wok. We're going to continue to cook over high heat, whisking occasionally until the sauce starts to thicken and bubbles begin to form. Once we see the bubbles forming and the sauce is getting thick, we're going to stir to coat all of the ingredients. Next, add in your green onions and stir to thoroughly mix.
Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. To find more videos like this one, please go over to our Facebook page, Algoma Family Services, or the Algoma Family Services YouTube channel. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.